Welcome, CFSL fans, to Fred C. Yeager Stadium, where tonight it'll be host to the 1-4 Northern Illinois Huskies and the 2-3 Miami, Ohio Redhawks. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Jeff Melanishin. Joining me tonight for this one is once again Kyle Mathis. Kyle, we saw a good one last game, but now we got two interesting teams going head-to-head in this one where Northern Illinois got the win last week, but we got Offensive Player of the Year candidate Curtis Andrews, who will get the ball first.
Yeah, and he's a heck of a player and had an amazing week last week against Ball State. Miami won 57-3 over Ball State, and what a return there on the start. But yeah, anyways, Miami, they won 57-3 against Ball State, and Andrews had 518 yards passing and 42 yards rushing. And congratulations to him for getting CFSL Offensive Player of the Week as well. Miami's going to have to he's going to have to take deep shots this game, Andrews, and Miami's going to have to play into his strengths.
And first play is going to be up the middle on a run to Lonnie Velez for 11 yards. And just like that, one play, they're already inside of Huskies territory thanks to that return by Colin Ryan.
Yeah, incredible job so far by Miami. They're already into NIU territory, and we're not even more than 20 seconds into the game.
No, we're not. And here, it's going to be a second straight run to Velez for a pickup of 6 before Vanzetti comes in and cleans it out, but not before he picks up 6 yards.
Yeah, and Talani Velez averaging has 284 yards rushing this season with 56 and a half yards per game averaged.
Now the first throw for Curtis Andrews, and he connects with his tight end, Brayton Allen, in a 28-yard scamper down the sidelines.
Oh, wow, Brayton Allen using his strength right there to absolutely stiff-arm that man into, like you said last game, Jeff, the next week. And he has 18 receptions this season, 129 yards, and what a heck of a way to start your night for Brayton Allen.
And getting that stiff arm was Tim Savage of the Huskies, but first down and 10 inside the red zone. Curtis Andrews with a blitz coming, he's hit and he's dropped. Beautiful design play call from Wookie, and Aaron Josephs getting in there for the tackle.
Yeah, and Aaron Josephs, we saw this last game between Eastern Michigan and Ball State, but Aaron Josephs absolutely just runs straight up the middle, nobody blocking him. And, it's good. I don't think Curtis Andrews should be getting hit that hard for Miami. Their offensive line's going to have to do a better job next time.
Tight end coming in motion from right to left. He throws it to Allen, who's in motion, breaks out of a tackle down the sidelines, and he's going to be pushed out at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and a touchdown-saving tackle right there from Anthony Meneses. A heck of a job, but wow, Miami, they're playing incredible right now, Jeff. This is so fun to watch, and this team is so fun to watch offensively. This is one of the best offensive teams in the MAC, and I'm so far enjoying what I'm seeing from this team.
Good tackle, and then first down and goal for Andrews. He'll keep it. He can't break out of the tackle as the Huskies. Good play calling there, and Meneses yet again already having 3 tackles, and they're his first tackle for loss of the game.
And Anthony Meneses, he is playing phenomenal so far. I think he's going to be a huge impact for NIU's defense. He was a big impact last week against Eastern Michigan.
Again, option and a keeper, but nowhere to go as Teddy Tate for the Huskies come up with the tackle.
Absolutely just brought down. And Andrews, part of his game is running the ball, but NIU so far doing a good job stopping that.
3rd and goal. And another option keeper. Can Andrews get to the sideline? No, he cannot. And the defense coming up big for the Huskies when they desperately needed to, is Patrick Flowers coming up, and a good goal line stand for the Huskies. 3 straight option plays for the Redhawks.
Yeah, I think Miami is just trying to get adjusted to this game on what NIU is going to bring them defensively. And the option play is something that Miami goes to quite often there. But a nice kick there to put Miami on the board by Grover Smith.
As he connects, it's a 3-point lead, but now we get to see the Northern Illinois Huskies, who got a big win last week. What are you looking for to see from their offense here with their first drive?
Yeah, well, step one, their defense did a great job, Jeff. on that drive, keeping Miami to 3 points. Now it's their offense's turn. They're going to have to throw the ball here with their freshman quarterback, Justin Morris.
Justin Morris Jr., he will start with a slinging of the rock, and he will complete it to Griffin Robinson for a pickup of 5. But Justin Morris Jr. last week was 18 to 24, 136 yards, 1 interception.
Yeah, and he ran the ball more than he threw the ball last week, and that's why I'm saying Miami might have had their game plan focused on the run rather than the throw. And I like what NIU is doing so far. Very good play calling here to throw the ball to start the game.
And it comes up incomplete. So now 3rd and 5 for Justin Morris Jr. He's going to be in the pistol full house in the backfield. He's going to be play action, pressure coming. He's got all sorts of time. He delivers a nice throw and a nice play by the receiver. Breaks out of a tackle inside Red Hawks territory, and that's Lee Burtons for 29 yards. But good little route there run by Lee Burtons on the outside.
Yeah, it was a comeback route by Lee Burtons, and he stiff-armed, absolutely just destroyed Jaden Thompson right there. I really feel bad for Jaden Thompson from getting stiff-armed like that. But
Kyler Smith, too.
Yeah, nice tackle by Kyler Smith to get him out of bounds. But nice play. I really want to commend Morris on that play, Morris Jr. He stayed in a pocket, and Miami sent pressure. He stayed calm and composed.
2-by-2 set. Look here for Justin Morris Jr. Play action, threw it, and a good pickup on the blitz from the halfback, Bentley Jones, and Jeremy Schroeder with a pickup of 8 on the play.
Yeah, and Justin Morris Jr. looking super comfortable right now in the pocket for Northern Illinois.
Option keeper, and Justin Morris Jr. will pitch it to Bentley Jones, but can't get to the outside. And the defense from the Red Hawks is there swarming as Jack King with his first tackle and tackle for loss in the game.
Yeah, and absolutely nowhere to go right there. And Jack King just flew ahead and brought him down. He's a great cornerback for this Miami team. And that's his 4th tackle for loss of the season, Jeff.
3rd and 4 for Justin Morris Jr., who will throw it on 3rd down, and it falls incomplete. And that's going to be one that Justin Morris Jr. would like to have back, because, and especially the receiver, because he was open and could have had enough for the 1st down, or it would have been close.
Yeah, it would have probably been 4th and inches, and they probably would have been able to go for the field goal. Interesting call here from NIU. I think their fans probably like to see them go for the field goal here, but they punt. And, Jeff, I want to know what you thought about that. They were almost about it at the 35-yard line there.
Yeah, I also would have been opposed to them going for it too. Normally around the 50 to the 40 to the 35 is normally where you see teams go for it on 4th down, as well as here Curtis Andrews connecting with Titus Moore for a pickup of 17, 1st down, and just like that, 17 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, and 63 yards already passing for Curtis Andrews. Now, I don't know if he's going to get 518 yards like he did last week. It was a blowout against Ball State, and he played amazingly. But he is having a great start to the game, and this is not what NIU wanted. They wanted to send the pressure to Andrews and have him feel uncomfortable, and he's not feeling uncomfortable.
And he'll keep it on the option keeper going up the middle, and he'll pick up 4 on the play. And it looks like they're trying to get Andrews going with his legs here.
Yeah, and Andrews is such a good rusher. Last week only rushed for 42 yards, but he still rushes the ball very well for Miami.
And a busted play in the backfield that he still breaks out of it. Curtis Andrews as Teddy Tate, along with number 34 as well for the Northern Illinois, getting in there in the backfield to kind of blow that play up.
Yeah, and that was Damian Lewis as well who got back there. But Teddy Tate recording his 2nd sack of the season. Great job by him.
3rd and 7 upcoming for the Red Hawks. Curtis Andrews dropping back with the pocket again, starting to collapse around him, and he just has to throw this one away. So again, another good stop from the Huskies, and it seems like they are just taking the momentum from what they had last week into this game. And this is a really big game because Miami, Ohio is 2-1. Meanwhile, Northern Illinois is also 1-2. So this could be a really big game for Northern Illinois.
Yeah, and I think their momentum, and nice return there by King Sanders, but I think their momentum, Jeff, from last game defensively is absolutely going over to this game. They held an Eastern Michigan team that just scored 77 points against Ball State to only 14. So they're doing the same against Miami right now.
Corner blitz, and Justin Morris Jr. read it. He threw it to the side that the blitz was coming from, just couldn't connect with his receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, he was getting pressure there from the blitz, and I think when you see the pressure coming, you might not be focused on your throw fully.
4:13 left to go in the first quarter. Quick throw from Justin Morris Jr. He connects with his target, Garrence Cunningham. Picks up 3 yards before he's landed, but it's going to be 3rd and 7 upcoming for the Huskies offense.
Yeah, and a nice run there by Garrence Cunningham, and a nice tackle as well by number 7, Jaden Thompson. I think Northern Illinois, they have to convert this, Jeff, because you don't want to let Miami keep on having chances offensively to get the momentum back on their side, because once they get the momentum, it's going to be hard for NIU to keep this game within their reach.
Yeah, you got the best quarterback in the MAC on the other side, and you got him on the sidelines right now. It's almost like in the NFL where you hear like taping Patrick Mahomes on the sideline going up against the Chiefs. And again, this one falls incomplete, so Northern Illinois is going to have to punt this one back to the Redhawks offense.
Yeah, and that just gives Curtis Andrews, like you said, an opportunity to get his head in the game. And you give him 3 drives to do that. And, oh, what a punt, though. Wow.
Yeah, that one's going to be down inside the 5. So Curtis Andrews, he's going to have to go at least 96, 97 yards if he wants to put the ball into the end zone.
Yeah, and we've seen it done before. This man is incredible. But Miami's got to be careful here not to take a safety. That would be a lot of momentum given to this NIU defense.
Trying to go up the middle with Velez. He picks up 2 on the play before he's wrestled down by Aaron Josephs.
Good job by NIU. I think that they have enough space. They're at the 5-yard line, but I think they have enough space to throw it here with Andrews to get out of their own end zone practically.
Andrews from his end zone, he decides to take off. He's going to get sacked on the play by Damian Lewis, who's having a big night so far, having some really good tackles, and there wraps up Andrews. And it's going to be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Damian Lewis was on that last drive where actually, congratulations, that's his first sack. He wanted that sack on the last drive. He got a strip from him. There's another man that got credit for it.
Quick throw, that's not going to do it. Kohana Addock on the outside picks up 5, and it's going to be 4 yards short of the first down marker. So NIU with that good punt flipping field position, which is always key in football, and now they're going to get the ball back. If in a good return, they could get it in Miami, Ohio territory.
Yeah, they're already in Miami, Ohio territory right now.
And on the return, going to be around the 35-yard line. All right, so we've seen a couple drives here, but NIU, you got to really love, if you're a Wookiee, what you're seeing from them for the coaching staff.
Yeah, they're playing incredibly right now defensively, and it's super difficult against one of the strongest offenses in the MAC in Miami, Ohio. I really like what I'm seeing from NIU right now.
Best starting field position for Justin Morris Jr., and he'll keep it on the option keeper, but the defense swarming, and we are seeing 2 good defenses going head-to-head as Kurt Cowell with his first tackle for a loss.
Yeah, Powell instantly got there, no doubt about it. I don't know. I think NIU is going to have to continue throwing the ball. It really worked out well, and they have good field position here. They're going to have to throw the ball with Morris instead of running it.
There goes Bentley Jones. He delivers a stiff arm, but then he's going to be wrapped up by Kyler Smith, who's coming down from his free safety spot.
Yeah, and Titus Thompson, the unfortunate man who had to take that stiff arm right there. And we'll see what they do on 3rd down here, Jeff.
All right, 3rd and 8 upcoming for the Huskies offense. He's going to try to take off, and he can't do it because he's going to be tackled for a loss by TJ Smith, who's going to get in for the sack as well. So he gets credited for the tackle for loss, and the sack all on one play. So it's already 4th and 14. But again, a good starting field position, and all they did was go backwards.
And TJ Smith, he is a veteran for this Miami team. He's a sophomore, played for 2 seasons. He already has now 4 sacks on this season. He had 13 sacks last season. So he is a great player defensively.
Meanwhile, going over on Twitch.tv, Axton Richardson and the number 5 Miami Hurricanes are on top, courtesy of Richardson to Jay Nathaniel, as Miami is up 10-3. That one is late in the first quarter. But here going on over on YouTube, 1st down and 10. Curtis Andrews now again starting way back. He's going to have to go 96 yards for a touchdown. He finds Kohana Addock on the sidelines for a pickup of 5.
Yeah, and I think one thing that we didn't mention is just how good that punt was. This punting from NIU right now is incredible for the Huskies. It's really pinning Miami back deep.
2nd and 5 for Curtis Andrews. Pocket starting to collapse around him, and he just has to throw this one away. Good defense yet again from the Huskies downfield.
Yeah, and we knew that this game was going to be more of a defensive game, Jeff, compared to the last game where there were 77 points scored for Eastern Michigan. This game, I don't think it's going to get over 30 points for any team.
Trying to stop the halfback screen to Velez. He picks up one on the play before being wrestled out of bounds. So another good stand from the Huskies. And you know what? It seems like none of these defenses want to give any edge to the other.
Yeah, I mean, NIU, we've seen them play defense before. They just held Eastern Michigan to 14. But I think we're forgetting the fact of how good Miami played last week. They held Ball State to 3 points. That is it. So these two teams, these two defenses are very good. And I was a little surprised there, Jeff, because NIU, they should be sending the house. They should be sending everybody after these punts deep in Miami territory to try to get a block.
I'll touch on that going for. I want to touch up on that comment that you said right there. It's Bentley Jones getting a couple of stiff arms delivered, pick up a 5. But yeah, going back to the way you said about the punts, I'm more of the mindset of I want to have the big return instead of going for a block. So that's why I kind of like what Northern Illinois is doing. They kind of want to keep that field position game going instead of a block. Going for the block, you don't have anybody downfield, and then all of a sudden you're maybe at midfield instead of maybe at the 35.
Yeah, and I definitely see what you're talking about there, and I definitely see what NIU's doing right now. They're already almost at the 30, so what you said, Jeff, that really worked out for the Huskies.
16 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Justin Morris Jr. will connect with his receiver coming across the middle, Jeremy Strotter, for a pickup of 2 on the play. But again, just nowhere to go, and now I want to see if they try to kick this one before the end of the first quarter, as we got 3 seconds left. They will snap it before the end of the first quarter, and the kick is up, and it's no good. Missed kick by Amber Clayton, and just a little wide to the left.
Yeah, very close there, but that's going to bring us into the second quarter, Jeff.
Yeah, and Miami University from Ohio on top, 3-0 in a very defensive battle. But Miami will get the ball when we start the second quarter. Right after this, you're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. Back to the start of the second quarter. I'm Jeff Melnish. Joining me in the broadcast booth once again is Kyle Mathis. For Miami, Ohio, going up against Northern Illinois, is Curtis Andrews having to roll around in pocket. He is trying to improvise any which way, but Damian Lewis with his second sack.
Yeah, and I love how Andrews he just stayed in the pocket for so long. I mean, look at him. He's trying to find a way to go, but NIU was just there. There's no way that he was getting out of it. And I really like that for NIU. I mean, with other teams, Andrews has been in that situation, and he's found a way out. But NIU did not let him find a way out on that play.
Yeah, good point what you said about Andrews, because just what all you have to do is just go back to last week. Yeah. And here they're going to try to get to Velez going, and he gets it out to the left side, cuts it in, and picks up 8 yards on the play. So 3rd and 7 upcoming. Meanwhile, Florida quarterback Ronnie Blevins runs in for a touchdown, and Florida ties it up at 10 early in the second quarter. That one going over on twitch.tv. 3rd and 7 for Curtis Andrews. Pocket starting to collapse. He takes off. Tries to bust his way through, tries to use truck stick, but it doesn't work, and it's going to be 4th and 5.
And you cannot get upset at Andrews right there with what he just did to those 2 NIU defenders. He trucked both of them. I mean, he is such a strong quarterback, but I don't know, Jeff. Like, which team right now, from what you're seeing, do you think that's going to get that opening touchdown?
Oh, man. I mean, the way that these defenses are playing, we might be looking well into the second half for a touchdown. I mean, all you have to do is look at Miami, Ohio, and what they did in their first drive, getting a field goal, and that has withstood pretty much the rest of the first. It did hold the rest of the first quarter, and here into the early stages of the second is Bentley Jones going for a pickup of 4. But again, we saw the offense barrage last game with that Ball State just couldn't do anything against Eastern Michigan. But now we're seeing completely 2 really good defenses going head-to-head, and Justin Morris Jr. can't do anything.
Yeah, nice tackle there by TJ Smith, wrestling down Morris Jr. And, man, NIU, they have to convert this. But even if they don't, they can still pin them back with a good punt.
And off to Bentley Jones. He's getting loose, and he picks up the first down. Finally, a drive that withstands a 3-and-out or a punt is now NIU going on a little bit of a drive here.
Yeah, Bentley Jones taking it into his own hands here, trucking that man to get the first down, and that's huge for NIU.
1st and 10, getting close to Redhawks territory. Justin Morris Jr. gets out of the pocket, good awareness, and finds Garrence Cunningham on another out route for a big gain and a first down.
What a catch by Cunningham, but Morris stayed in the pocket. He was getting pressured by Titus Thompson, who instantly got to him, and he made a clutch throw.
Play action, look at that pocket. He takes a shot, wide open, diving at the 1.
Garrence Cunningham, what a catch. And he made that catch on the comeback route on the last play, and Morris on the play fake. I think really Miami got completely fooled. They thought Morris was going to hand that one off. What a play called by Wookie in this NIU offense.
Tyler Smith in coverage. Justin Morris Jr. will keep it, and he has nowhere to go. Could this be another defensive stand in a 3-and-out, having to force a field goal? We'll have to wait because there's still 2 more plays left to go.
Yeah, and nice tackle there, but NIU, they need to score this touchdown. They're on the road against a tough Miami team. They need to get the lead in this game.
Option, Morris Jr. will be hit and tackled. Boy, what defenses are going to play. Brian Kofer with the tackle. He was the first one there.
Yeah, nice job as well by Miami, number 58, TJ Smith, making sure that ball was not flipped in the triple option to Bentley Jones.
3rd and goal now, backed up to the 6. Justin Morris Jr. will keep it and try to take off, but it runs into his own lineman and then will be tackled on the play by none other than TJ Smith, who's got a sack here, but also that's his 3rd tackle.
Yeah, and I was going to say, Jeff, that I really think that NIU should throw the ball on this 3rd and goal. And they did, and there's nobody open downfield. Good decision by Morris to take off, and an even better play there by TJ Smith.
Amber Clayton will look to tack this on, a little chip shot for her as she kicks it through the uprights, and it's good. It is 3-3, all knotted up here in Miami, Ohio. And boy, what a game. I mean, 2 defenses going head-to-head, and it hasn't been the offense. And probably this is not what many people thought when you have the reigning player of the week on offense in this game that has seemingly only had 1 really good drive, and then the rest has just been punts.
Yeah, no, definitely not what I expected. I did not expect this at all. Miami coming off of a 57-point game and only scoring 3 points here through 1.
He's going to take a shot. He has the receiver caught into the end zone. 1 play. Brandon Reichel, that's all you need, 75 yards, and just chuck it up. And the prayers are answered. And Curtis Andrews, 1 play, touchdown, Miami back on top.
Oh, my goodness. And that play right there might just get Miami's offense going here in this game. What a throw by Curtis Andrews. When I saw him tee up for that long shot, I just knew that it was going to be caught by a receiver. He's that good. And what a catch there by Brandon Reichel. And man, Miami, they just got exactly what they wanted now. They got their quarterback back in the game, Jeff.
Yeah, and more importantly is what does that do for a defense like the Huskies that's been playing really well, then all of a sudden the offensive player of the week just from last week just chucks one deep and Reichel comes down with it for 75 yards.
Yeah, I think NIU's offense right now just kind of shell-shocked. They just went off the field after a field goal, and now they're right back on it.
Justin Morris Jr. takes off and runs, and he has some space for the first time today, and he's got space and a whole lot of room. Look at that vision and awareness, cuts it, and gets to the sidelines for 37 yards. And the young freshman quarterback looking really good here late in the season for the Huskies.
Oh, man, and look at this juke. You saw there for Miami, number 47, Kyler Smith, was going to try to make the tackle there on Morris. And you said it, Jeff. He had that perfect vision to cut to the outside and get extra yardage there. What a play by the freshman.
But now he is breathing heavily on here on this next play. And he runs into his own man, and he's going to be hit and dropped for a loss of 1 on the play. So I wouldn't have probably gone back to him running the football there, but good play nonetheless by Bradley Davis to come up with the tackle.
Yeah, ran right into his man right there. That's just unlucky. I think he would have gotten a lot more had he not ran into his man. He's going to have to get that out of his head and play his game here.
And off to Bentley Jones up the middle, and there's the space that was maybe created from that Justin Morris Jr. long 37-yard run as Bentley Jones picks up 8 yards, and it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, let's see what NIU can do. They need to convert this, Jeff. They need to get a touchdown and tie this game up.
Pistol said, look, handoff to Jones, trying to get to the left side. He breaks out of a tackle, gets just enough. He's going to be a pickup of 8 and a 1st down for the Huskies. Meanwhile, going on with Florida and number 5, Miami. Axton Richardson, the quarterback for Miami, 10-yard touchdown run as Miami is now up 24-10 midway through the second quarter. That one is over on twitch.tv. Here, Justin Morris Jr. connects with Jeremy Straughter. 21 yards later, he's into the end zone and an extra point away from tying this one up at 10.
Well, we are having a great game right now, Jeff. This is these two teams are still evenly matched up, and NIU coming off of a big win last week, their first game of the season, or rather their first win of the season. And congratulations there to Jeremy Straughter, his first touchdown reception of season 10 and of his career. So congratulations to Straughter.
Oh boy, what an offensive shootout have we witnessed here. I mean, you had we've had back-to-back scoring drives. It all started with the field goal from Ember Clayton, and then the one play from Curtis Andrews, and now Justin Morris Jr. connects with Jeremy Straughter, and this one's going to be intercepted by the Huskies. Curtis Andrews makes the first mistake, and the Huskies capitalize as Anthony Manassas connects with the interception and setting up Justin Morris Jr. and the Huskies offense in perfect field position.
Well, on the first drive, Manassas has been there all the time on the first drive. He really kind of got a little quiet, but that's a huge interception for NIU. Great job there.
Manassas has had a couple of good tackles and now gets the interception, and Bentley Jones with a pickup of 5 on the play, 2nd and 5 upcoming.
This could be the opportunity for NIU to take this lead in this game. Even if it's a field goal, you still have the lead on the road. That's exactly what the Huskies wanted and what I was talking about earlier on in the first.
Justin Morris Jr. looks to make some changes. Option. Bentley Jones gets the pitch. Does he have the sideline? No, he does not. He'll be pushed out. It's going to be 3rd and inches upcoming for the Huskies.
Now, do they hand us off up the gut? Looks like they might throw it here. Let's see what they do.
Handoff up the middle to Jones, and he was on a body. I'm surprised they did not call that a touchdown. They're going to say he was down at the goal line. But more importantly, picks up the first down, and now you got 3 plays to get into the end zone and get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, that was a very good play there by NIU, but you got to think, if they get stopped at the goal line now after that play, that non-touchdown call might be a big factor. But they're going to play it right now.
Or option keeper, and Justin Morris Jr. just wasn't able to pitch that one. And Tyrone Ryan coming in with his first tackle and tackle for loss on the evening.
Interesting. Really good play there. Had Bentley Jones wide open, I thought that Morris was going to pitch that. If he pitched that, that would have been a walk-in touchdown.
I thought maybe if he would have broke off the tackle, he would have pitched it. But here, Bentley Jones finishes it 1-yard touchdown run and caps off the Anthony Manassas interception. And just like that, the first mistake that we saw from Curtis Andrews in the game turns out to bite him, and that's 7 points off of that turnover.
Yeah, and that is only Curtis Andrews' 2nd interception thrown of the whole season. He's had a great season so far. It's a shame that he throws his 2nd interception. I was really hoping he could stay at just that 1 interception the whole season, but great job for NIU getting that interception, and now they have the lead and a touchdown as well. 17-10 Huskies. Big momentum swing for NIU.
2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom for Curtis Andrews here on 1st down and 10. He's going to keep it on the option keeper up the middle. And Curtis Andrews picks up 8 on the play before Aaron Josephs wrestles him down from behind.
Yeah, and I think Curtis Andrews, after that interception, he is feeling angry now. He's feeling upset. And I think that NIU is going to have to be ready for some deep shots here right now for Curtis Andrews on this drive.
He'll hand it off and up the middle. There goes Talani Velez for a pickup of 11. He's a quick, speedy back and gets close to the 45.
He really is. He's quick and he's agile. Sometimes these NIU players, they just can't find him. He just blows right by him.
Play action, and Curtis Andrews will connect. And coming out of the backfield is Hector Avila, and he picks up 8 yards. Meanwhile, going over with the Florida and number 5 Miami game, Doc Smith, the running back for Florida, gets a 2-yard touchdown run and pulls Florida within 7. That one in the last minute of the second quarter, going over on twitch.tv. Meanwhile, here, Talani Velez will be stopped for a loss of 1 on the play by Archer Berry.
And Archer Berry, he was just there, and Talani Velez had nowhere to go. A great play right now, this NIU defense.
That game with Florida and number 5 Miami is in the last 2 minutes of the first half. Same here, last 2 minutes of the first half, and Andrews connects across the middle. No, incomplete. There is a flag down on the play, though.
Yep.
Face mask.
Yeah, I saw that. That pass was caught. Teddy Tate with the face mask, he was trying to jar the ball free after it was caught and brought him down, but the face mask basically flipped the Miami player over. So those dangerous players are not going to go away without flags.
We'll have to see if that penalty comes back to bite the Huskies on this drive. Andrews across the middle. He connects with Kohana Addock for 3 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, great play there by Miami and Curtis Andrews. And NIU, they sent the blitz, and they got that quick throw off to make sure that Andrews didn't get sacked there.
Andrews dropping back on shotgun on 2nd down, and he connects across the middle. And again, that's Titus Moore for 14, and they are marching and now in the red zone.
Interesting that they call a timeout after that. I think that they could just leave it, play hurry up, and if NIU punts the ball, they get 3 timeouts.
Andrews will fire it. Oh, and a good break on the football out wide and knocks the pass down, and it's going to be 2nd and 10.
I do believe that was Nico Vanzetti, so a heck of a job to deflect that ball down and make sure that was an incompletion.
2nd and 10 for Andrews. He's going to keep it on the option keeper. Up the middle he goes, and he'll pick up 8 just like that. And it's going to be 3rd and short for the Redhawks.
Yeah, I think now Miami, they have to pick up the first down or the touchdown here, but I think that they should run out the clock so that NIU doesn't get too much time if they get the ball back.
1 of 6 on 3rd down, and I believe they just had a false start. Yes, they did, and now another penalty. Back in the Redhawks back 5 yards, and now it's 3rd and 7, and you got to change the play calling here.
Yep, I think they were going to run it on that 3rd and 2, and now I think they got to throw it Curtis Andrews.
Still 1 of 6 on 3rd down, looking to make it 2 of 7. Andrews doesn't see anything he likes, decides to take off. He's got one man to beat, but a good tackle. Wow, what a just all the tackling that we're seeing in this game is Andrew Reed will come up and make that stop on Curtis Andrews and forcing the Redhawks to kick a field goal.
Yeah, and here's a little chip shot field goal, and they're going to let this clock run out, Jeff. That's actually a very, very, very smart play by Miami. And this is about a 22-yard field goal from Grover Smith. Let's see what he can do here.
Yeah, looking to take all the clock that he needs. I'm kind of surprised that Northern Illinois doesn't want to take a chance, but they're going to get the ball to start the second half of play, as Miami, Ohio got the ball first. And so the field goal is through the uprights and good from Grover Smith. And so coming to within 4 points, it's now 17-13, but not the touchdown that the Redhawks wanted to maybe to pull even with the Huskies. But again, that false start is could that be a turning point? I mean, we saw that the face mask call got the Redhawks all the way down there, but then the Redhawks come up with their own penalty.
Yeah, I think NIU just kind of has to bring this one to the half. They have the lead, and that's exactly what they want this game to be.
There's Bentley Jones, and look at that. He picks up positive yards. He's going to get at least 11 or 12 on that run and a first down. And, yep, just like you alluded to, they want to take this one to the halftime break as the visiting Northern Illinois Huskies on top 17-13 over Miami, Ohio Redhawks in what has been a very defensive battle for the first quarter. And then the second quarter was just an offensive showcase. And so 17-13, but Kyle, we are seeing two really good teams go head to head.
Yeah, and These teams are, I mean, NIU wins this game, Jeff, and they're right back in the hunt for being one of those top teams in the MAC. And I think NIU is playing their type of game. They have had a lot of heartbreaking defeats this season. 31-30, 1-point loss against Ohio. 30-24, 6-point loss against Kent State. And they finally got their win against Eastern Michigan last week. So they are coming out here with a chip on their shoulder because they think that they should be one of those top teams in the MAC, getting those wins. And I just want to congratulate Grover Smith from Miami, Ohio. He is 14 for 14 this season in kicking field goals for the Redhawks. He's such a good kicker, such a reliable kicker for this team.
Yeah, and man, the standings, I mean, for the MAC right now, I mean, this is a big game for Miami, Ohio, because yep. I mean, they're right there behind the unbeatens of Ohio and Kent State. And if one of them were to lose, then you might have a scenario where, depending on what happens with Ohio or Kent State, that Miami, Ohio could sneak into maybe being the number 2 team, or if both teams lose, it could be a 3-way tie.
Yep. Ohio right now actually 2 games ahead of both Kent State and Miami, Ohio. So, but Miami, Ohio hoping for those 2 teams to lose this week, because right now they're sitting 3rd. They'd be tied with Kent State at 3-3, and Ohio would be 4-2. They'd be just 1 game behind the Bobcats.
Justin Morris Jr. will start with a Bentley Jones run, pick up a 3 on first down. So on second down, a draw play, but that one's not going to work. TJ Smith read that one like a book and tackles Bentley Jones behind the line. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 upcoming for the Huskies.
Man, and TJ Smith has been there all night for Miami. He's been so good for this defense, not letting NIU get anything without getting tackled by him.
Now trying to stop the halfback screen. Bentley Jones did get stopped by his own lineman, but then was able to get out there and kind of got the blockers downfield and gets a first down and a pickup of 11.
Wow, and that's Bentley Jones' first reception of the night, and what a huge one. That was a 3rd down, and they picked up the first on the halfback screen.
17-13, Huskies on top by 4. Handoff to Jones on first down, and it's going to be another pickup of 3.
Instantly met there by Titus Thompson, the middle linebacker. And I think Miami, they just cannot allow NIU to get points here. And if they do allow them to get points, hold them to a field goal and not a touchdown.
2nd and 7 for Justin Morris Jr. as he looks, and he's going to fall incomplete. Had the receiver out there, but yeah, like you said, look out. So we definitely saw that there was coverage there, and it could have been a dangerous throw.
Yeah, it was kind of a lob pass, and those lob passes can very easily be picked off by these defenses.
Now throwing it out to the Will Stevens, the backup running back, and not being able to do anything. Picks up 1, though, but it's not going to be enough to pick up the first down. It's going to be 4th and 6, and so Northern Illinois only able to get a couple first downs before they have to punt, but now Miami, Ohio will get the ball will get their first opportunity here in the second half to, with a touchdown, regain the lead.
Yeah, not bad field position at all. And I think Curtis Andrews, I think those halftime adjustments are going to favor him a lot. And I think Miami's going to have a chance now to take the lead, or they do have a chance to take the lead. They got to capitalize on this, Jeff.
Curtis Andrews, short drop, and he's going to flick the wrist out to the right side to Titus Moore, pickup of 8 on the play. And just like that, one play, and going to be 2 yards short of the first down. But I just want to give a shout out quickly to everybody watching on YouTube. Josh Clayton, Travis Smith, Tristan Haynes, NIU Bentley Jones is in there, A. Drewster, Eric Tyner. Anybody that I might have missed out, I apologize. There's a Curtis Andrews 3-yard rush and a first down.
And Miami now, they're starting to find their groove. But 5 tackles for Anthony Meneses. He has been playing phenomenally right now for the NIU Huskies.
He's been a difference maker for sure, and he's been the one to get the interception and turn this game around, as Velez will pick up short gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 3, pick up 7.
Yep, and let's see if NIU's defense can hold them to 3 here, because right now they're with pretty good field position right now in NIU territory.
Curtis Andrews will keep it on the option keeper. He got a block downfield. Wow. He's got a receiver in front of him, picks up the block. But it's not enough, and he was chased down from behind. Meneses was the one that got in there. He was the one that was blocked a little bit by the receiver, but was able to disengage and get the stop on Curtis Andrews to slow him down.
Well, I really, really, really want to commend the tight end, Clayton Travis. As you can see from that replay, he runs ahead of Andrews and gets a key block, which got Andrews enough room to almost go yard, or rather not yard, that's baseball term, to go to all the way to the end zone.
There's Andrews, drop it back, shrugs off Aaron Josephs, and he throws this one away. Meanwhile, going over with unranked Florida and number 5 Miami, Axon Richardson, quarterback for Miami, gets a touchdown, throws a touchdown pass to Marcus Duncan, and so Miami is up 34-17 with 7 minutes to go in the third. Meanwhile, here, Curtis Andrews dropping back, throwing to the back of the end zone, but he throws that one away. Nobody open.
Nope, nobody open, and that is a smart play for Curtis Andrews. But now, if you're Miami, you got to get it inside the 3-yard line. You got to pick up the first down, but you got to go for the end zone here. So I think Andrews is going to throw it for sure.
3rd and 10, Curtis Andrews with the blitz coming, and the pressure gets there and gets home, but forces the incomplete throw as Anthony Ellis was coming in from the cornerback spot, and just like that forces Miami Redhawks to a field goal as the snap is down, kick is on the way, and Grover Smith knocks that through. So now it's a 1-point game, 17-16. But Kyle, I mean, that was a good drive, but another defensive stand from the Huskies. But just the quarterback play that we are seeing by Justin Morris Jr. and Curtis Andrews is just something that the CFSL has got to be appreciative of watching in this game.
Yeah, and I think I mean, even though this is not the 77-point game that Eastern Michigan put on the board last game, or maybe the 57-point game that Miami put on the board last week, but man, this is a heck of a game. I mean, you got to put defense in the CFSL a little bit too, and I love watching this.
Triple option and a late pitch by Justin Morris Jr. in the nick of time before he got hit to Garrence Cunningham, and a 16-yard rush, just using any playmakers that they can in the backfield to get some first downs, and there they did.
Yeah, and there's a lot of playmakers on this NIU team. Garrence Cunningham, definitely one of them, and he's a wide receiver, getting that run there and doing a phenomenal job. But look at this, Morris going 5 wide.
Pressure in his face, and he throws it. I think he threw it off the helmet of TJ Smith, actually. The pressure was getting there so fast.
Wow, and I don't think NIU I don't think they saw that Miami was going to send a blitzer with TJ Smith.
2nd and 10, and a pressure up his grill again as Justin Morris Jr., though, delivers a missile to DeAndre Tyrell for 14 yards.
Yeah, I think NIU adjusted after that play where that throw went off the helmet of TJ Smith and made sure that if Miami's going to send a blitz, we're going to go with the quick throw here.
Riley Davis with the tackle, up to 5 on the night. Justin Morris Jr. just tries to take off, but he is going to be sacked for a loss of 4 on the play. And another good stand for the Miami, Ohio Redhawks.
Yeah, Robbie Gonzalez with the sack there, the defensive end, making an impact for this team. And congratulations to him. His first sack of the season and of his CFSL career. And I feel like there's a lot of people getting first sacks, first touchdown catches tonight. It's so good to see.
It is. And 2nd and 14, setting up the halfback screen to Bentley Jones, and nowhere to go, as it's going to be another stop for a loss on the play. And boy, Kurt Coel has just been all over the field.
Yep. And I mean, this Miami defense, we're seeing a lot of stuff from the NIU defense this game, but this Miami defense, they are also doing very well right now. And I really like what I'm seeing out of them in terms of running around the field and showing blitz.
Hand off to Bentley Jones on 3rd and long, and another just lucky to get 1 yard on the play. And Titus Thompson with the stop. But now, again, it seems like Miami's sort of getting the momentum here little by little each and every drive and each and every stop that they force the Huskies in.
Yeah, and a nice return there by Javon Bell to make sure to get off that block and kind of bounce off of a tackle. But this is not good for NIU. Yes, they have the lead, but Miami is getting more, like you said, Jeff, they're getting more and more momentum as they get more and more defensive stops. So they got to start going for more aggressive play calls on NIU on the next drive.
Ooh, nice defense across the middle by Teddy Tate, able to break up the receiver coming across the middle, and it falls incomplete, 2nd down.
Yep, and Teddy Tate with a good deflection there, and I think Miami, they got to go for more deep shots here. Let's see what they have drawn up here. Oh,
Andrews, connect, no, it's picked off the deflection. What a turn of events for Tyler Goodwin, who's at the right place at the right time. Oh, man, we're going to have to review that.
Yeah. I think we're definitely going to have to. Oh, they're not going to review that, so that's going to be an interception, and that's Goodwin's first interception of his career. Wow, unfortunate.
Andrews with 2 interceptions in the game. He only had 1 on the season. Justin Morris Jr. will keep it, and he will get close to the first down. He'll be 1 yard short of the first down.
Yeah, I want to clarify what I was saying. I was not saying unfortunate to the first interception of the career. I was saying unfortunate that Andrews' pass was intercepted. That was a phenomenal throw.
Yeah, that was just that receiver needed to come in with that grab. So Bentley Jones will pick up the 1 yard needed and a first down for the Huskies.
And now NIU, man. Miami was looking like that was a touchdown throw for Andrews. And now NIU with that interception, they can extend the lead up to possibly 8. And they might do so.
Bentley Jones with the hole. He's into the end zone from 37 yards out. And the Huskies extend their lead off the interception by Tyler Goodwin.
Wow, and what a job by offensive blocking for the Northern Illinois Huskies. And right now they're playing absolutely incredibly, the Huskies are, in terms of offense. And they're about to go up by 8 points, Jeff. This is their biggest lead of the night.
Yeah, and this is 14 points off of turnovers now for the Huskies and 2 interceptions by Curtis Andrews, which brings his total up to 3 on the season. But I guess Miami didn't really think that Curtis Andrews was going to be throwing 2 interceptions in this game, but give credit to Northern Illinois, though, actually turning those turnovers into points.
Yeah, and it's super, super unfortunate here for Curtis Andrews. He only had 1 interception coming into this game the whole season. So he's thrown more interceptions tonight than the whole season so far.
Velez with a stop for a loss of 1 on the play, courtesy of Damian Lewis.
Yeah, and that 1 interception thrown by Curtis Andrews was in that game against Toledo where they lost. So, I mean, he hasn't thrown a pick in the games where they've won. So he needs to step up and kind of change that statistic around.
And we've seen the quick strike ability from this offense. The only thing is we just haven't seen it since then as Braden Allen for a pickup of 2, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
Yeah, 3 receptions for 48 yards for Braden Allen. That's a 16-yard per catch average. And he's done a heck of a job with receiving in this game, helpful for Andrews.
Halfback draw to Velez, and he's going to be stopped 2 yards short. Aaron Joseph, the way that he's able to disengage and then turn around, know where the ball carrier is, and then dive for whatever he can get, and Velez is going to be stopped 2 yards short.
Yeah, and Velez, I think he thought that he had that one. He thought that he probably beat the NIU blockers, and what a heck of a job by Aaron Josephs to get off the block and get that shoestring tackle to get him down.
All right, Kyle. So now Northern Illinois, 24-16. What are you expecting to see from the Huskies here on this drive?
Well, Miami's sending blitz, so I think they're going to run the football here on this first play.
And they will to Bentley Jones, and look at that, he is loose. People are diving any which way, but he's going to be still on his feet to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Bentley Jones from 63 yards.
Holy cow, Bentley Jones. What a play call by NIU. And that right there, I mean, that might be too difficult for Miami, like in terms of momentum-wise, to get the momentum back in this game, because that run by Bentley Jones absolutely just turned the tide of this game. NIU, ladies and gentlemen, they're right back. They had a very tough start to the season, a very unfortunate and very depressing losses, but man, they're right back in the hunt, Jeff, and they're looking like a well-polished machine.
Bentley Jones just ran through Rudy Cartwright, shrugged off Jack King, and then Bradley Davis went on the last little bit of a 2-yard ride into the end zone. And so Bentley Jones now is just, he has put NIU on his back here, and he scored the last 2 touchdowns for NIU and has single-handedly busted this game open.
Yeah, but you're playing, if you're NIU, against last week's Offensive Player of the Week. So Curtis Andrews is not going to allow the Huskies, or rather not going to allow, the Huskies just run away with this win. He's going to fight back, and so is Talani Velez as well.
Meneses with the tackle on Velez, so holding him to a pickup of 3 on the play, setting up 2nd and 7. Andrews, we have not seen him take deep shots as accustomed to what we're seeing, as he did take one deep shot and it did connect, but here it's been, again, Aaron Josephs with another tackle on Velez.
Yeah, and he also took a deep shot, and that one was intercepted, so he might be feeling a little scared to take a deep shot here, but once again, they cannot convert. They honestly, Jeff, they got to throw the ball here on third downs, I think, for the remainder of this game, unless it's, of course, 3rd and inches. But these running plays on 3rd and longs, it's just not working for Miami, and they're giving the ball right back to NIU too. Yeah,
that was a 3 and out to give the ball back to NIU, who has scored for the most part 14 unanswered points right now, and still with plenty of time left to go. A minute 22 left to go. I mean, Miami, Ohio, we know their offense. They are still in this game, but you got to give credit where it's due, and the Huskies have just come to play in this game. And 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions, 14 points off of those, and now hand off to Bentley Jones, breaking out of 2 tackles yet again, but he trips on his own feet and falls to the side, so it's only going to be a pickup of 7.
172 rushing yards here for Bentley Jones. This man is playing out of his mind right now. This season, he averages only 79 yards a game rushing.
He's killing it, and here he's getting the look yet again. Look at that blocking, though, downfield as well, before being tackled on the play by Titus Thompson.
I don't think the offensive line blocking gets enough credit. I think it's always about the running back and the quarterback, but these offensive linemen are playing phenomenal for NIU.
Under a minute left to go in the 3rd quarter, Will Stevens will give Bentley Jones a breather, and he picks up 4.
Yeah, and once again, the blocking, incredible. It's like creating gaps for these running backs from NIU, and they're able to pick up some good yardage with these gaps created.
Pistol set look for Justin Morris Jr. Handoff to Stevens, who's going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss on the play, and coming in like a missile is Brian Kofer.
Yeah, Brian Kofer just absolutely just destroying him on that tackle. But Miami, man, they can still get a big stop here. If they stop him on 3rd down, they got to, though.
Oh, just not in the same wavelengths as his receiver. As they look like the receiver stopped his route a little bit short, and Justin Morris Jr. was expecting him to keep going.
And that's just a little bit of miscommunication for NIU. And as this punt's happening, Jeff, and are we going to look at another great punt? Oh, very close, very close. But I wanted to talk about NIU's defense. It's incredible. When they played Eastern Michigan last week, they held them to 14 points after Eastern Michigan scored 34 the week before. Now, they're holding a team that scored 57 in Miami to only 16 points through 3. This defense is unbelievable.
Velez will get the carry to close out the 3rd quarter. Put your 4s up in chat, everybody. Northern Illinois looking to pull off the upset, 31-16 over Miami, Ohio. We'll be back with the 4th quarter after this. You're watching the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. Back to the start of the 4th quarter. I'm Jeff Melanishin. My broadcast partner is Kyle Mathis. 31-16, Huskies on top of the Redhawks as Curtis Andrews needs to get the offense clicking for the Redhawks, and there he does. And it's going to be a pickup of 1st down on the play, courtesy of Blake Collins.
Yeah, and you got to start connecting passes here if you're Curtis Andrews, and that's a start right there. Miami, they got to score here, Jeff. Like, they have to score and get right back in this game.
3-down defensive lineman for the Huskies. Tight end coming in motion is Allen from left to right. As Andrews not seeing anything he likes, trying to take off, but he's going to be stopped by Jaden Rivers for a sack on the play, and that's going to be 2nd and 12.
Man, and Rivers gets credited with the sack, and he did a heck of a job getting off the block there and making the tackle.
2nd and 12. What does Andrews have up his sleeve? They're going to hand it off to Velez, and that is not going to work. Pickup of 1 on the play, and it seems like any momentum that the Redhawks had has seemingly been taken away. Look at that, 1 for 10 on 3rd down.
And Archer Burry with the tackle there, 5 wide. Andrews got to take a shot here.
Blitz coming, delivers that shot, and it's incomplete, as he had the receiver Titus Moore on the sidelines, but somehow just wasn't able to get his feet down.
Man, and I don't know if that was you, Jeff, that said this. What is it, toe drag swag?
Yeah.
Man, he couldn't connect with the toe drag swag, but that was a great throw by Andrews. He's got to make more of those throws.
And you know what? I mean, Brandon Reichel, he was the one that caught that touchdown bomb from Curtis Andrews, and he has seemingly been quiet since then. Yeah. He only has one reception.
Yeah, just a great job pointing that out, Jeff. I didn't think of that before. I don't know where Reichel is right now, but he's got to get himself into the game again.
Justin Morris Jr. breaks off a 1, picks up 3 on the play before Kyler Smith coming in and closing that one out.
Yeah, I think NIU with optimal field position right now, and Miami's got to stop them. They got to force them to no points at all. They got to keep this game within their reach late in the game.
Pistol trips. Justin Morris Jr. breaks out of a tackle, and Kyler Smith breaks out of that one before it's closed out by TJ Smith.
Yeah, and brought down also by Kurt Cowell. He was also there for Miami, but what a job well done right there by Justin Morris.
Trips, quick throw, but TJ Smith getting in there in the pressure, and I don't know if he'll get credit for the pass deflection, but he did cause Justin Morris Jr. to throw that one wobbly into the turf.
Yeah, and also sometimes the ball might slip from your hands if you're the quarterback. I think that might have just happened there. Oh.
And a flag on the play as getting in there, number 56, Rudy Cartwright, and so second down and 10, and the penalty is going to be on Jeremy Schroeder for offensive pass interference.
Yeah, I didn't really see it there, Schroeder with the offensive pass interference, but I think it may have happened towards the end of the play when that ball was incomplete. Interesting call there by the ref, but that really helps out Miami a lot.
7-10 left to go in the fourth quarter. Justin Morris Jr. setting up the halfback screen on 2nd and 20, and that's going to be only a pickup of 1 on the play before Bentley Jones is rode out of bounds.
Yeah, by Rudy Cartwright as well, and here we go, NIU. Do they take a shot here, Jeff, or do they play conservative and go with the run?
They're going to set up the halfback screen, and that's Will Stevens who gets the call and the reception. And that's going to be a short pickup, but 4th and 16. Went conservative as you can without handing it off.
Yeah, and that's interesting. I think NIU really trying to play conservative because they have the lead right now, and it's smart, but if that was me, of course, I would take a shot because why not? But NIU, they want to win this game, and I commend them for their smart play calling here. But Jeff, Miami, they gotta start taking shots here because they're down by 2 possessions, and Curtis Andrews hasn't been able to really get started yet. He almost made a heck of a throw last drive. It wasn't able to be brought in by Miami, but yeah, Miami's got to start getting Andrews going here late in the game.
Yeah, it's only a 15-point lead, so 2 touchdowns, and at least one of them you have to go for 2 to get the lead. So definitely the ball is still in the court of Curtis Andrews. The only thing is, can he unleash what he did last week and what we've seen from him throughout the season? As there he takes off and slides for a pickup of 6.
Yeah, and that's just a smart play by Andrews. The last thing you want to do right now is turn the ball over to NIU, right where you're at right now, basically at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 4. Allen, the tight end, in motion from left to right. Andrews taking the shotgun snap, delivers it, and pass is going to be caught by Velez, who turns it and tries to get a little shifty, and he picks up 12 on the play before the Huskies close him out. But good first couple plays here for the Redhawks.
Yeah, and we also saw this at the beginning of the second half. Or, sorry, that was at the beginning of the fourth quarter, where they were getting a good start. As I say that, it happens.
Yeah,
they had a good couple plays, and then it just couple losses, and they just can't get back on their feet. Great job there by Aaron Josephs to make the tackle on the blitz.
2nd and 13 now, 3 yards behind the original line of scrimmage. Curtis Andrews split back behind around him in the shotgun formation. Pocket starting to collapse, has to throw it, and he does, but it falls incomplete as the pressure was getting there. And again, another shot on Curtis Andrews.
If you're Curtis Andrews, 1 for 11, you got to stay in the pocket here and make a cool, calm, collected throw. You were the offensive player of the week last week, but you got to convert here on 3rd and long.
3-down defensive lineman trying to set up the halfback screen. Do they have the blockers to get it? Velez catches it, but it's going to be 7 yards short of the first down marker as he was tackled on the play by Tim Savage, and it's going to be 4th and 7. They're going to go for it.
And here we go right now. This might be the biggest play of the night in terms of getting the momentum back.
Curtis Andrews, does he have magic in his arm? No, turnover on downs. Cannot connect with the receiver that was open. But again, maybe the pocket awareness for Andrews just hasn't been there all game.
And also, I think he was getting pressured there. But NIU, man, this is an opportunity right now for the Huskies to close this game out and get 2 enormous wins back-to-back here in action play.
5:06 left to go. Pistol set look. Tight end in motion. Handoff to Jones. Getting a block outside. Turns it inside. Pick up a 3 on the play. Good awareness yet again from Bentley Jones.
Wow, and absolutely just juked out Bradley Davis. Bradley Davis was going to make the tackle and cut inside to pick up more yardage. What a play by Jones.
Titus Thompson was there to get the stop, though, holding him to a gain of 3. Meanwhile, Justin Morris Jr. delivers a throw, and the pass is caught by the receiver, DeAndre Tyrell, who delivers a couple stiff arms and picks up the first down.
Yeah, and one of those defenders that had to deal with the stiff arm is Escobar Grant. Trying to make the tackle, and instead of a stiff arm.
Justin Morris Jr. will keep it. Look
goodness.
at the awareness from Justin Morris Jr. He is seemingly I've been really impressed the last couple of games that I've seen from him, and just the maturation process from him from the start of the season to now. He is really taking this Huskies offense to new heights. So first down and 10, handoff to Stevens up the middle, and he was wrestled down by Ruby Cartwright.
Yeah, and I want to go to the last play and how Justin Morris Jr. was about to get tackled by 2 Red Hawk defenders and basically ducked down and went under them. That was incredible by Morris.
Justin Morris Jr., another throw, but it's going to be incomplete. Had 2 receivers again, seemingly in the same area, and normally that's not the way you want to have your routes run, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, and that pass was dropped there by Garrett Cunningham. He's had a heck of a night, but he's got to make that catch and put the game out of reach.
Justin Morris Jr. to the end zone. It's intercepted. The first mistake for the Huskies. And it's going to turn the ball over, courtesy of Brian Kofer with the interception.
Brian Kofer does a heck of a job. That's the 6th interception thrown by Justin Morris Jr. of the season. And Kofer does an incredible job getting in front of that. But look at where the ball is, Jeff. It's at the 1-yard line.
They will have to go 99 yards to put a touchdown on the board. Handoff to the fullback to just get some breathing room, and it's going to be a pickup of 5 on the play.
Yep, and that was Clayton Travis with a nice run there. I want to congratulate Brian Kofer. That's his first interception of the season and of his career.
2nd and 5 for Curtis Andrews, who's going to keep it on the option keeper. Can he break out of it? He will. He'll pick up the first down. But that's going to be all she wrote, as Damian Lewis will get the stop. And now it's going to be hurry up with under 4 minutes left to go, 3:24 to be exact. As trips to the top of the formation, 1 receiver to the bottom for Curtis Andrews, who's going to deliver a shot downfield, but not on the same page. And it's 10 yards over the head of the receiver. Meanwhile, Miami tight end or receiver Mike Coco, a 7-yard touchdown run as Miami extends their lead to 44-17 with just 2 minutes to go. That one over on twitch.tv. Allen in motion from left to right. Andrews will hand it off to Velez, but again is going to be swarmed as he has been all game long.
Yeah, I think you got to go for it on 4th down if it comes to it, but you got to take a shot here on 3rd and 9. I've been saying it all game. You got Curtis Andrews, one of the best quarterbacks in the CFSL. Let's see if he can make a play.
Andrews will deliver it, and pass is to be caught, turning it upfield. Kohana Addock, and that's somebody else who we haven't really called since the first half of play. He's up to 32 yards on 4 receptions. They're going to hurry it up. But luckily, the receiver did not get out of bounds, so the clock is still ticking. So the Redhawks taking all sorts of time as they find Addock yet again on the same play, just to the opposite side of the field.
A great job by Addock. He's getting open in crunch time. And I wanted to say, Jeff, the receiver did get out of bounds. It's just the clock doesn't stop when you get out of bounds outside of 2 minutes.
Andrews will deliver it, and there it is. It's caught yet again. Oh, what a hit by Stevens on Addock. 21 yards, though, so Addock getting some usage here late. So first down and 10 inside the Huskies territory. Curtis Andrews, and another. This is going to be another false start.
Is this going to be offside? Oh, okay.
Another start. And we saw this. This happened where they had to settle for a field goal, the Redhawks did, when they were at the goal line. So I think it was 3rd and 2, and then the false start bumped them to a 3rd and 7, and then that's when they had to settle for a field goal. As Andrews with Aaron Josephs in his face delivers a missile Pass is caught, turning it upfield. And that's going to be close. Blake Collins gets it inside the 10.
Wow, what a play by Miami. And they don't let that false start get to their heads, and Blake Collins gets wide open. And I was going to say this, Jeff. Curtis Andrews has found his rhythm now late in the game. And it stings that it's pretty late in the game for Miami fans, but this is pretty scary here for NIU.
31-16, 15-point lead for the Huskies, but Andrews has the ball inside the 10-yard line. Allen in motion from left to right, looking for Allen, and he's going to be stopped around the 4-3-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, so it's going to be 2nd and goal. They need to hurry it up.
Yeah, and they need to, and they need to run this one up right up the gut, I think. If I was a play caller, they got to run this one right up the gut, but they do have Andrews as well. Let's see what they do.
And 1:52 left to go. Hand off to Velez. He's in for the touchdown. The only question now is, do you go for the extra point or do you go for the 2-point conversion?
You got to go for the extra point here, because if you miss the 2-point conversion, you're down by 9. You're still down by 2 scores. If you go for the extra point, you're only down by 8. They got to convert this run right here, Jeff, or I think this game's over.
They're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Andrews, quick drop back. Pressure coming. Aaron Josephs is there for the sack, and Andrews has nowhere to go.
Wow, and that's interesting right there for Miami. They should have went for the extra point. Would have been an 8-point game, but let's see if they can get this.
Onside kick is going to be recovered by the Huskies. Yeah, I agree. Go for the extra point there, then kick it away, because you still got 3 timeouts left and 1:49 left to go. Now the Huskies are inside, getting really close to field goal range for Ember Clayton. So 1:49 left to go. Justin Morris Jr., a couple of first downs will pretty much do it, and there's one before he's tackled on the play.
Absolutely just rocked right there by Brian Kofer, who already has an interception this game, but I didn't think that first down, Jeff, might about do it.
Finally, Jones with a carry now. He'll pick up 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3. Meanwhile, tomorrow night, we will be back with more CFSL coverage as we got Oklahoma taking on number 10 Nebraska on Twitch, and then Bowling Green and Kent State will get it going on YouTube, and that will get going around 7 p.m. Central Time.
Nice tackle there by Titus Thompson. Miami, they got to get a stop here to even have a chance.
3rd and 2, handoff to Bentley Jones, and he will pick up the first down. And with 1:36 left to go and no timeouts, that's going to be all she wrote for this one.
That's going to do it. Heck of a win by NIU. They're on a 2-game winning streak, and they really have found their stride right here late in the season. And they found, Jeff, how to play as a team. And that's one way that these teams make big winning streaks.
And you can chalk this one up for Miami, Ohio, as just an opportunity missed to stay in the top 3. But now they will fall to 2-2 in MAC play. And meanwhile, Northern Illinois will move to 2-2, and they will hold the tiebreaker against Miami, Ohio, as well as that one's going to do it. We've hit triple zeros, and so by Northern Illinois, 31-22. And just some of your final thoughts here, Kyle.
Yep, Miami. They didn't play. You can see Reichel, 80 yards. That's it. He was almost non-existent in the second half. But Miami's got a big game against Ohio next week. That's going to be a heck of a game, folks. One of the best games of the week. So stay tuned for that. Miami's going to have to be prepared for that one.
So on behalf of my analyst, Kyle Mathis, executive producer, Mike Peters, and associate producer, David Roy, I'm Jeff Melanishin, and this has been a presentation of the CFSL on PX1 Sports on YouTube. Again, the final score, 31-22, Northern Illinois on top of Miami, Ohio. And we'll be back to kick it off tomorrow around 7 with Oklahoma, Nebraska on Twitch, and Bowling Green and Kent State on YouTube.